The man notices in horror, his water bottle twisting and deforming rapidly, while his own hand keeps turning darker. This sudden strange change immediately makes him realize it's a sign of oxygen deprivation. He is currently on board a flight, and a bad feeling creeps over him. Meanwhile, a flight attendant also spots something wrong. She takes immediate action and tells all passengers to fasten their seatbelts. But right after she finishes speaking, the plane hits severe turbulence. Before everyone's shocked eyes, all objects inside the cabin start floating mid-air. The whole cabin is thrown into total chaos. Those without seatbelts fastened are swept up by the airflow and slammed against the ceiling. All passengers are utterly terrified. They have never experienced such a terrifying situation. They can only pray to survive the crisis safely. At the same time, the pilot notices cabin pressure dropping fast. He realizes how serious the situation is, and quickly puts on his oxygen mask. Cabin decompression triggers the oxygen masks to drop automatically. Everyone puts on their masks right away, easing the oxygen shortage temporarily. However, Mike's wife passes out due to a faulty oxygen mask. Seeing this, Mike immediately gives his mask to his wife, then holds his breath, heads to the crew emergency supply area, grabs an oxygen tank, rushes back to his seat, and puts the oxygen supply on his wife. It isn't long before she slowly regains consciousness, yet misfortune always strikes at the worst moment. Some people just have terrible luck during emergencies. A young long-haired girl was locked inside the restroom when the chaos broke out. Violent shaking stops her from opening the door even as oxygen runs low, until she eventually blacks out. After the rough turbulence subsides, something unbelievable happens. Cabin pressure returns to normal out of nowhere, and oxygen masks are no longer needed. While everyone is left confused, the pilot speaks up to calm passengers down. He explains the plane ran into an unexpected storm mid-airflow. The impact from the storm damaged a sealing gasket on the fuselage. This exact damage is what caused the abnormal cabin pressure. The pilot goes on to reassure everyone, telling passengers there is no need to panic, and he will lower the altitude to stabilize cabin pressure. After hearing the announcement, all passengers finally settle down. Soon after, flight attendants find the unconscious girl locked in the restroom. Without hesitation, they rush to get emergency oxygen to revive her. Luckily, they manage to bring the girl back from the brink of death. Nevertheless, everyone assumes what just happened was only a random accident, but the truth is far more unsettling. A middle-aged man suddenly starts feeling extremely unwell. A flight attendant hurries over to check on him, but she has no medical knowledge at all and cannot figure out what is wrong with him. Blood foams from his mouth, and he keeps shoving his hands inside his mouth. His condition worsens by the second. Under everyone's watchful gaze, he spits a mouthful of blood all over the seat. His appearance turns eerily zombie-like, extremely horrifying. Soon after, he suddenly goes still. Passengers work together to lay him flat on the floor, only to find the middle-aged man has no pulse. All rescue attempts fail to bring him back to life. Following the mysterious sudden death, the pilot has to report the incident to ground control and confirm the dead passenger's identity. There is still half an hour left before landing. With no other choice, the crew clears the business class area to place the deceased passenger's body and covers it entirely with a blanket. They leave after finishing everything up. Not long afterwards, a young long-haired man sneaks quietly into business class, heading straight for the covered body. When the crew moved the body earlier,